Hey everyone, this is Jose Trujillo once again with a cool video that I'm going to do for you guys on an artist. Still got my coffee, foam all the way to the top. Starbucks, don't forget about me. So anyways, this video is about why, let me get my notes. I got my notes here. Why are artists perceived as being broke? Why? If I had anyways, like explosions here in the video, this would be it. I messed up my cool hair. Why are artists perceived as being broke? Why society has this idea and artists have this idea that in order to be great artists, you know, the purist mentality, I'm a purist. I grind my own pigments, you know, and I use, I don't know, lemon tree leaves and, but I don't know, whatever. They have this idea that they have to suffer. I think this is a bunch of BS. BS. If I had a stamp, man, I would put a stamp. BS. By Jose Trujillo. This kind of stuff makes me laugh because it made me suffer a while back. Some years ago. I had the same idea. I used to have my studio downtown and I used to sip on some wine and, you know, be cool, you know, do my artwork. And I had this idea that, man, all I had to do is create the best artwork that the world has ever seen. It's like a confession. It's not really a video. It's more like things idiot artists do when they're starting out. I don't know. No. I'm not trying to offend you. I'm talking about what I did. Anyways, why are we perceived as being broke by society and amongst each other? I believe that the reason is because art is it's a career that is considered very kind of what's the word? Vocational. There we go. Cling, 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 cling. Vocational. It's a vocational career. It's like if you know, I remember telling my family I'm gonna be an artist. It's like, oh, like really, you want to do that? It's like being a monk. You know, it's like I gotta be a monk. You know, or I don't know. I'm gonna go to the seminary and become a missionary or a priest or a monk or a nun or whatever. People are like, oh, and they kind of want to pet you in the hair. You know, good for you, but really, you know, do you want to do that? I want to be an accountant, a doctor, a lawyer. You know, you want to get a little bit. You know, you don't want to get paid more, a little bit more than that. and that is a problem. Most people don't understand. Most people get their ideas from TV, from stories, from BS. Being an artist is awesome. I can tell you that right now. But now getting from point A to point B is it can be hell, right? The only reason is why is because you're fighting against societal stigmas, exterior and interior. So, as you're trying to be an artist, you have this idea that, oh man, I'm supposed to be broke because I'm supposed to. Well, you don't even tell yourself that. You're telling yourself, oh yeah, I'm supposed to create the best art the world has ever seen, right? It's not my cool hair. So you're telling yourself that, so you go in and you focus all of your energy on creating the artwork. And a lot of that energy is very mental. It's not even physical. I have other videos about that. If you're creating mental energy, like if you're throwing mental energy, ain't nothing going to happen. It's got to be physical. Okay? So you're just paralyzing, mentalizing about it, thinking, sketching, journaling, but you don't get to actually dip the brush and the paint and on the canvas. I know it sounds stupid, it sounds so obvious, but if you don't do that enough hours, enough days, it's not going to happen. It's just a little nugget, okay, throwing out there. So this whole perception of artists being broke and whatnot, it's because society has told us, and we've told ourselves, and this perpetual thing, that your thing is creating artwork, but your thing is not creating artwork. It's really not that. Like, oh, you even have people say, oh, it's good and it's not good. It's nice and it's not nice. Like that's not it. It's really the production of art, and getting it out into the market and finding those people that resonate with that, right? And if you don't find those people that resonate with that, I don't know, convince them, make them resonate with that. But it's a business, is what I'm trying to get at. So most people think, oh, I'm going to be an artist, and they're like, oh yeah, it's like I'm going to be a missionary, or I'm going to be a monk or something, you know? No, if you're going to be an artist, you're either doing it for, I believe, one of two reasons, right? You're either doing it as a therapy, you know, or maybe it's a hobby, right? I lump it all in there because I don't want to do so many reasons. If it's a hobby, it could be a therapy for you. It could be like a peaceful thing you do, kind of like a sport, kind of like golf. You know, the plein air painters out there. It's either that or it's a business. And if you are thinking that it's a career, it's not. See, most people, I have another video very extensive about this I'm going to be putting out there. I have some shorter ones about it, but I'm doing extensive explanation of this. For those of you who are still stuck in thinking that you have a career. I know you've heard me mention career just because it's part of the lingo, but it's not a career, it's an art business. If you're an artist, you're either self-employed or you have a business, right? You have an art business. One or the other. Because if you're an artist, if it's a career, it means that you go work for someone. That's a career, unless you're talking about, I don't know, just the lingo, right? You're just like, oh yeah, it's a career, but it's not. It's a business, which is use the word career. Many people use that, but an accountant has a career. They go work for a firm, right? A doctor has a career. A military, has a career. Unless they open their own firm or their own, clinic or whatever it is that they do. Unless they do that, then it's a business. Otherwise, it's a career because they're working for someone else, right? Artists don't do that. I mean, what? 1 of 1,000 maybe work for, unless you're like one of those artists that creates what do they call it? Design, kind of. I don't know what you call it. I'm talking about artists who create stuff with their hands, and I'm not bashing on the other ones. I'm saying like they create paintings, like physical stuff, right? There's a lot of artists that create. Even digital artists also create physical stuff, right? They end up having it printed and whatever that is still physical. I'm talking about this type of artist. I'm not talking about like designers. It's because you have to go basically work for someone unless you open your own firm and you design your own stuff, and then now you have a business, right? But you have a better chance. That's why a lot of artists are becoming designers, and they're like, oh yeah, I took studio art in college. But really, I wanted to be a designer. But I took studio art in order to learn how to paint and the blah, 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 the theory of painting. But many of them want to become designers, right? Digital designers, create video games and stuff like that. Then at that point, you have a better chance of working for a company that hires you to do that, right? For someone who does graphics, graphic design or whatever. But if you're an artist who paints little flowers, or landscapes like me, or portraits, there's not that many people saying, there's a job opening for you. Anima cafe. And if you're a photographer who likes to go and hike out there and, create your own photography, there's not that many places. And if there are, please share them with other people. Don't be stingy. Don't keep them to yourself. But they're not, unless you're a wedding photographer or so many types, product photography for businesses, you take the product shots or whatever. Unless you do that kind of stuff, then there's a lot of jobs out there for you. And even then, some people might argue that there's not. I think there is. You just have to, like everything else, you have to know how to present yourself and sell yourself. But you have at least more chances than if you're a photographer who likes to capture the Arizona sky, the sunset, or whatever. And you want to take it to a local art show or the art gallery, and now you have a different problem. Excuse me. You have a challenge now. You have not a problem, a challenge. Because, you don't have people saying, oh yeah, I'd like to hire you. For what? It's like me painting landscapes. Like, oh, who wants to hire me to paint landscapes, you know, unless someone who has a business who wants to sell the landscapes, then they're like, yeah, I'll hire you, you know. But there's not that many people doing that, right? So that is really the problem. That's why people have this perception of, oh, the artist is broke. It's not that the artist is broke. It's that, come on, people, get it in your head. I didn't get it in my head early enough. If you are an artist, you're a businessman. Or as Jay-Z says, I'm a businessman. You're a businessman. Come on. If you're an artist, you're a businessman or businesswoman. You don't have a career. You're not like, oh yeah, I got my portfolio. You know, you get your portfolio, I got my portfolio, and I'm gonna go get job interviews. No, you're not. You know, if you're an artist who creates artwork for the sake of it, and not to follow a design or someone that accompanies, like, you gotta paint this or you gotta draw this. I mean, not even painting. That's even, you know, that's out of the picture. There's no jobs for that. What job's like, yeah, we need a portrait artist, you know, or now hiring, you know, impressionist landscape painter. Where are you at? You know, there's just none of that. So, but we go under the notion that, yeah, my art career. No. It's a business. So if they tell you from the beginning, look, you are essentially, when you sign up in your mind, in your heart, you say, I'm going to be an artist. What you're really saying is, I'm an entrepreneur. I'm an entrepreneur. I'm a self-employed entrepreneur, right? I'm a solopreneur. And then the bigger you get, you start hiring people. Now I'm at that place. Getting people to help me. But I wasn't first, you know. At first, it was just me, solopreneur. But that's the, you know, that's the whole thing of this video. Come on, people. If you say you're an artist, I'm just sharing it with you, okay? So you start walking with more firm steps in your journey. If you're a musician or whatever, you're like, oh yeah, I'm a musician. Unless the casino of Las Vegas makes a contract with you and says, we want you to play here every night or every other night for the next 5 years. Now you have a career, right? Oh yeah, I have a career with, you know, this casino, and you know, if they don't pay me, then, you know, I get the money either way. If I don't play, whatever, I don't know. You have a career, right? If you're sick to work one day or whatever, you know, then you can show up the next day, unless you know, getting sick. But you can show up the next day. You have a career. If I don't paint today, as an artist, and I don't paint tomorrow, or if I paint, I'm not guaranteed a paycheck. You know, that's the difference. If you're an entrepreneur, you're not guaranteed a paycheck. You have to be able to create that. You have to be able to generate that. So that's what this video is about. If you tell yourself, oh, I'm an artist, and why do people think I have to be broke? It's because you're telling yourself the wrong thing. Yes, you're an artist. You know that in your heart. I know that. Your best friend knows that, and your dog knows that. But now you have to tell the world, in however you can communicate that. You know, you have to go into the market and communicate to the world, look, I'm open for business because I'm a businessman. I'm an entrepreneur. I actually offer this great artwork. Just like people offer, you know, so many things out there in the world that people go into this idea that, oh, people don't need that. Of course they do. We all need artwork in our life. We've been having artwork before we had iPhones. We've been having artwork. You know, if you go back, we've always had artwork. We need artwork. You just got to be able to present that to people because you are in business. I'll leave you with that. My name is Jose Trujillo. I'm a fine art artist. Thank you so much for watching. Till next time.